favorite night of the week. That's right. Thursday night online open mic. Oh my goodness. Well, I could tell you that it has been quite a journey for me. You're probably wondering, they're like, wow, Bruja's looking really laid back. I'm exhausted. So I'm in my vintage Oscar de la Renta velvet robe, little tea to hear you recite your poetry and be with you. I have been working and working and working, and it has been amazing. I can tell you that Sunday was the Puerto Rican Day Parade on ABC, and 1 million people heard me speak about the New Eurekan Poets Cafe and our open mic. I'm so excited about this legacy that we're upholding together. I know that many of you got together last Saturday for the New Eurekan Poets Cafe street party, hosted by our Monday night online open mic host, Advocate of Words. I tried to surprise you, but I was the one surprised because I had the time wrong. I went like 2 hours early and I missed all of you guys, and I couldn't stay because my daughter turned 21. Another milestone. Bam, bam. That's her art in the back. I don't know if you could see. This is her painting room. 21 years old. So 21 years ago, I gave birth to this creative being. And so I had to leave to celebrate her. But soon, my pretties, soon. I bought a new car, 2017 Mustang, color magnetic, charcoal gray, 6-speed stick shift, the Bruja Mobile, or the broom. I never did that before. This is my first car that I bought ever for me. It wasn't like a family car or something. No, this is my shit, you know? Blazing trails, people. And, you know, I'm even back in rehearsal to present Torched, speaking of blazing, with Pregones Theater, because I am a pregonera, and we're going to be doing a live presentation on Monday outdoors near the Bronx Courthouse. So check out pregonesprtt.org for that. And I'm still curating the Stage Garden Rumbas. So I am looking specifically for Bronx artists, but not exclusively Bronx artists. So if you think you can be around this summer, we're doing it just about every Saturday of the summer Stage Garden Rumba. And it's a paid gig, $200 per poet. And I get to present 3 poets. So I'll be curating 3 poets per show. So reach out to me. Let me know. Bruja, think of me. I already have heard from everybody that reached out to me the first time. So I have you on the list. We'll be having a meeting soon. And yeah, that's happening. So before we go on to our open mic program, I would also like to invite you to see tomorrow is the finale short film of La Botanica series for Pepatian and Hostos Art and Culture Center, which featured our very own Rosalind Diaz through her big brown eyes. We're going to take you from the Bronx to Puerto Rico. Is where I got to do some film work and just, you know, push beyond any limits I thought I had as an artist. And tomorrow is the finale. So watch it on Facebook Live, YouTube.com at Hostos Center, or visit hostoscenter.org. That's HOSTOS center.org. All right, that's everything. I'm not going to be reading any poetry. I've spoken too much. Now it's time for all of you. Let's see if we could unmute you. You know how I like to do in the early part. Unmute everybody so I can see you say, oh.
Whoa! Land the Bruja! Whoa! Hey, everybody! I'll be the same.
Echo is strong.
All right. Woo-hoo! Yes. Wow. So great to see you. Luis Pabong is in the house. Bill Elkins, Tesosomok. Jane Spoken Word is here. Coach Marilyn, Joski C, The Withdrawal. We're going to see Stefan. Hello. Elizabeth Ushiku. I hope I'm saying that right. You let me know. Fabulous. Who else do we have in here? Tanisha. Ray did this, got to bless us last time. Tanish, yes. Thomas Connor. All right. I missed you guys. Oh, Net Vega is in the house. Yes. Perfectly imperfect, as we all are. So wonderful to see you, my shining stars. Okay, let's open it up with DG clearing.
There we go. It is so good to be here, La Bruja. Congratulations on all your gigs. That is the best way to come back into the States, though Puerto Rico should be a state and will be soon. So, I've got one poem for you tonight. For farmers, the planting season has ended. Summer's here. The first of the crops are ready to harvest. This is First Cut. First cut. Maize planting is done. In June, crops begin to grow. The seeds break ground. Like sentinels in formation, row after row protecting their own. Each marches towards the sky. Daylight is longer, the sun sets late. Cows and horses graze in the pasture. High hay rolls like waves in the wind. Its leaves are full, the seeds not mature. Forecast of no rain this week. It is time for the first cut. Attached to the tractor, a mower will cut the meadow. Along the dirt road to the hay fields, thoughts of feed for the animals, a week of hard work, good weather, thanking God for my family and farm. The arm of the mower lowers, big black tractor wheels move. It has started. Blades rapidly spinning cut the forage. Rollers pull it in, breaking the stems. Windrows of green and gold are laid. The smell of sweetgrass fills the air. Tethered and turned, goldenrods dry. The fodder rests until the next day. In the midday rays, the morning dew is gone. A tractor, trailer, baler, 2 women and a man take to the field and gather the swath. The hay is pulled and bundled and tied. 60-pound bales rocket at you on a moving wagon. Shards of grass sharp as glass come with it. With the motion of an axe, a captain hook grabs the projectiles, tossing them into stacks 8 feet high. Sweat, heat, and soreness fills the day. Daylight is no longer. The animals are fed and to bed. The tractor, baler, and wagon are all in the barn. We wash off the shards, dirt, and sweat. Supper is waiting, a feast for reaping. Give thanks and praise for what we have. The golden bales in our barn. Thank you.
Thank you, DG Clearing.
Yeah, it's so nice to read for you. It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to have you, DG. You got your #1 spot.
I did.
Good for you. I see Marissa Prada is in the room. Shout out to Marissa Prada. I met your doppelganger on Saturday in Chinatown. This woman looked just like Marissa Prada. I'm telling you, she spoke like you. It was so incredible. I have to connect you guys. You will freak out. I told her, I was like, you have a doppelganger poet that does erotic poetry.
That is great.
So all is well. Okay, we're gonna go on to Mr. Tesosomok, el profesor Tesosomok. Are you here? Let's go.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, I want to thank Mr. DJ for setting it up for me, and I'm going to continue with speculative fiction, but along the same lines. A canticle for the land. At 8,000 feet above sea level, we have a very short summer, but really, I've never seen the sea. Me lo han contado, they've told me about it. Would be the expression my uncle would use. After the plaguish simplification, we ended up in what they call bioregional ranchos, watersheds, arboreal commons, and terraced communal plots with zero gravity water supplies. My uncle says the old ones talk of the plagues that the world has experienced, but I don't know if I believe it all. It's mid-April, and we have been cleaning the ditch as he lances the shovel, making a slouching sound against the mudded rock wall. He says the viejitos say long ago in the deserts, the Arabs, long before the Romans, invented the Khanat, an ancient water democracy. I look up at him, wanting to say, yeah, ahorita me vale. Like, I don't give a shit right now as the sweat runs down the brim of my hat. It was un chingo de years, like 5,000. Ya no sabemos cuántos. It's been a long time, like 5,000. We don't know how many. He looked at me wanting to see the pressure of history, but right now the blisters on my hands were starting to bubble up. The trompo simplification had come 100 years after the failure of the essentialist democracy. After that many don't talk about it anymore. The Bitcoin hackers crumple what the viejitos call the sparky wires. There was no more chapopote to make the engines run. The cities imploded from their own weight and the mayhem of the people and the variant plagues. We were farmers. My uncle and the extended family ended up in the high altitude bioregional ranchos that were blockaded by natural barriers and constantly monitored for outsiders. We are especially not happy with the trompo proselytizers wanting to come in the community, jabbering about their golfing god and sell us on trading with the gabachos, but we can't expose the community to unknown variant plagues. These days, in the time of the great simplification, we have to work together in mutual aid and reciprocation. It's May, and the three sisters have been planted. Everyone, even the viejitos, have to work hard to grow as much food in less than 100 days under the high intensity UV light of the sun. We have to collect as much firewood and help the viejitos with theirs. We have to juggle our schedules around the acequias mayordomo. Cuando se le da su pinche gana, my uncle says, when he really wants it. Esa gente tiene poca palabra y su mundo es muy chico. Those people don't have a word and their world is very small. He looks towards the east, letting the afternoon wind hit his back. What he really is saying is that little man with little palabras end up becoming the acequia mayordomos, controlling the little tiny circuits of power, the power of who gets the water, at what time you get it, and for how long you get it. They want to let you know they're doing you a favor y que les debes, and that you owe them. My uncle continues to begrudge the acequiero. Se inflan como sapos y envenenan el aire con su importancia. They blow up like toads and poison the air with their importance. I couldn't hold it in, I just broke out laughing. As the water reached our property's head gate, we shoveled it into the highest row. As the snow-packed melted water hits the cracked, clotted soil, you can hear the canticle for the land, as if the earth was breathing in the water in slow motion. I saw the acequiero and his white donkey with the palas and the llaves, direction of the aceca. You making me laugh. He said, doesn't he even know que es metiche? I said. My uncle continued to look in the direction of the east, of trying to find the melody of the canticle. In the afternoons, sweet scented wind.
Teso Somog. Thank you for your poetry. The mayordomos and all of that. The small controls we try to have to feel powerful. Thank you. Let everybody know how to follow you.
Sure, you run into a lot of those, but
Yes. you're getting famous when you start getting like trolls telling you that you're not that you're not Puerto Rican because you're from New York. I was like, oh my God. Woo. People feel really powerful too when they are.
all right, folks can follow me on Instagram under Gashes 2019. I'll drop the rest on the chat. Thank you.
Okay. Now let's hear what's good with Jeff Cottrell.
There, I can speak.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I have Pinky today.
Oh, hi, doggy. Doggy.
And you do too. How you doing?
I'm okay. Had a very weird week at work, but now I'm here. So here's a new piece. It's called Salesman. Good morning, Mr. Heath. So glad you could make time to see me today. You're one of my favorite customers. How's everything at Heath Widgets Inc.? Good. Selling a lot of widgets, bringing in the profits. I'd like to think we've been playing a big role in your success. How's your wife these days? Good. She's doing well. And that son of yours, how's he? Oh, he died 2 years ago in a freak road accident. That's terrible. So sorry for your loss. But let's get straight to the point. Kicknuts Industries always has the best interests of you and your business top of mind. I see that your Kicknuts contract is due for renewal, so I'd like to take a quick review of your account. I see you've been on the Kicknuts Silver program, which entitles you to receive 2 kicks in the nuts every business day for a full year. The annual price of the Silver program has increased to $799 plus taxes. It's our most popular program, so I'm going to go ahead and confirm your renewal right now. What's that? You don't want to renew the Silver program. You don't think it's justifying the cost. Listen, I get that you want to see monetary results right away, but I've told you the Kicknuts solution doesn't work like that. It's not like buying widgets where you pay the money and you get the widget right in your hand. With Kicknuts Industries, we help you build brand awareness in your market, which leads to higher revenue and increased profit. That's not a quick fix. It's a process that takes time. But I'll tell you what, have you thought about upgrading to our Gold program? The Gold program entitles you to receive 4 kicks in the nuts every business day for a full year. And as it happens, we've got a special on right now for the Gold program. You can have it for only $1,599 plus taxes. It's a steal, Mr. Heath. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm your upgrade right now. What's that? You don't want to upgrade to the Gold program. You're a little skeptical that it's right for you. Listen, I know how scary it is to make a change, but that's a part of life, Mr. Heath. You've got to take risks. If you don't take risks, nothing ever evolves and your company stagnates. We're just trying to help you grow your business and fulfill your market potential with our unique talents and expertise. But I'll tell you what, as it happens, the Gold program is now available with a special offer. On top of the standard 4 kicks in the nuts every business day, we can give you 2 nipple yankings for an extra $500. Again, that's 4 kicks in the nuts and 2 nipple yankings every business day for a full year at the low price of $2,099 plus taxes. It's a rare opportunity, Mr. Heath, so I'm going to go ahead and confirm your upgrade right now. What's that? You don't want me to upgrade to the Gold program with extra benefits. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Heath. I'm giving you the best of the best that Kicknuts Industries has to offer. I'm giving you the kind of value added that Fortune 500 companies would kill for. But I'll tell you what, I'm not really supposed to do this, but you're one of my favorite customers, and I sure want to keep this relationship going for at least another year. What I can do is arrange things down at the office so that you get our services exclusively from our finest nut kicker, Sal. I'm telling you, Sal's been in the nut kicking business for more than 30 years, and he trained with the master nut kickers in Europe and Asia. I put my complete faith in Sal. On top of that, I can offer you free courtside seats to that big basketball playoff game happening next Saturday. Ah, you like sports. I should have known. Lots of people like sports. Well, maybe there's more sports where that came from, Mr. Heath. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm your upgrade right now. 4 kicks in the nuts and 2 nipple yankings every business day for a full year, all from my guy Sal, and lots of sports tickets too, all for the unbeatable price of $3,099 plus taxes. Just sign the contract here. Beautiful. I look forward to our continued working relationship, Mr. Heath. My best wishes for your wife and your son. Good luck. So that was called Salesman, and my next Zoom feature is June 26th, 9 o'clock in the morning with Christine Hall, Pauline Seawards, and an open mic. I will put that link in the chat for you.
Wow, new shit from Jeff Cottrell. Oh my goodness. That nut kicking. That was very convincing. What a deal. And what a steal. Wow. The nipple yanking and all that. Sheesh, how could you not? Thank you, Jeff Cottrell, for that new shit, and much success on your upcoming gigs. Doing it big with the nut kicking business. So now let's see what's good with Michael Sindler, who Generalissimo was gracious enough to give his slot to. What's good, Michael?
Hey, well, thanks. Yes, that was very nice of him, wasn't it?
Yes.
What a guy. I'm gonna go ahead and start real quick because I just do being Pride Month, just do this little ditty that I wrote for the occasion called Your Singular Spark. Not an accident of birth or fate, not someone to fear or hate. You're just what you're supposed to be, even if it isn't what others see. Urges felt at first not understood from the beginning of childhood are sweet and beautiful and right, should not be hidden out of sight. How you think or talk or act or dress does not make your love any less. What counts is to be yourself. You can't live for someone else to tell you what's right or wrong. They can't hear your inner song that knows from the first bar, he, she, they. Friends and allies understand all are okay. Won't judge you with biased minds or hearts if you transition genders, body parts. We will not leave you in the dark. We will treasure your singular spark. And I'm gonna do one. Some people here have heard this, but I haven't done it here. Called To the Waterfall. We must first. This is something was a big thing in my family. As a kid, my dad would take us out to the waterfall. We must first ask the farmer for permission to cross his fallow field. Admittance gained, we stride past passive cows, long accustomed to occasional strangers. Crickets sing and leap in the high grass. At the far end, we climb over a gate, move from sunshine into cool woods. Under dense canopy of pine, hemlock, maple, and sycamore, we follow time-worn familiar trails, ear cocked to catch water's utterance and echo. Finding creek, we meander, following bank's edge, sneakers sliding over ground cover, kicking cones into swirling stream to watch them sail. Arriving at anticipated clearing, mud bank gives way to gray granite shelf bearing swift sparkling falls. Sliding down sandy slope, grasping slim trunks of bending saplings, slipping onto gravel-rich sandy shoal, stripping to swimsuits, clothes draped on boulders or left hanging like warning flags on low branches. Keds and cons anchoring jeans, sweaty t-shirts flounder against sweltry humid gusts. Scampering towards adventure's goal, spectacular point of plummet, feet sink under spindly legs, leave submerged trails. Crouching as we part the veil, thick, clear wall of slow cascade, fringed by sprinkle and spray, falls parting curtain, pouring over polished brim of cataract, drips hushed by moss carpeting, sliding over algae slicks, we slip between wide lips into narrow cave, mere yards from front to back. Thin triangular mouth-like aperture, dark and cool. Inside, red and yellow salamanders curl and scamper through fingers, resting momentarily on open palms, then diving acrobatically to slick stone home, disappearing in an instant. Exiting the cave, we float in the current sculpted pool of rounded sand and stone just past the cascade before the next narrows. Extended X-shaped buoyant buoys on our backs, eyes up at the sky, guessing the weather to come from shape of passing clouds. Towel dry, we replace outer garments, stuff soaked terry cloth into knapsack, climb back up bank sideways, feet digging into soil, sit in circle on flat rock next to point where rolling water greets gravity, descends with wonder towards thin trickling serpentine, future home to tadpoles, crayfish, and minnows. Pulling sandwiches from sack, we dine, a simple picnic ending with apples whose cores we toss across the water, marking the strongest, furthest throw. Sun long past overhead, casting late afternoon shadows, our signal, retracing steps, bidding gentle cows goodbye and good night. We leave, dripping knapsack tossed into trunk, stowaway creek water journeys on, down country lane, past pine forest and fields, fence posts melting in exhausted adolescent eyes, drunk with clung to flask elixir, reflection sediment of brewed adventure, falling into slumber, following nature's gravity, from journey to diversion to remembrance. Okay, thanks. And the only thing I've got coming up actually is in less than an hour, so I won't even bother because y'all will be right here. I'll be here. I have to jump off and do it, but I do want to get my usual plug in for lighthouseriders.org. I'm still like coming down from LitFest, which was absolutely great, but there's still tons of great stuff going on there. So thank y'all very much.
Thank you, Michael. Beneath the dense canopy, your alliteration and imagery had me there. So thank you. Okay, I spoke of her early on about, because we're doing tomorrow the finale, Rosalind Diaz through her big brown eyes. Part of
Hey y'all,
Cielo. Hi.
how you doing, Bruja?
Good. How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm about to share some new shit with y'all.
New shit. Yo,
It's
Rosalind be
called,
freaking them out. Boom, boom.
it's called Gardner Lacking Green Thumb, social media edition. I prefer my flowers handed to me in private. Let's starve our egos. Tell me without the spotlight so I know it's real. Not a fan of hollow offerings. I read your praise like an obituary. It's a dedication to dead parts of me. I've found peace, and I'm still seeking balance in the thorns and petals ratio. Not willing to take part in your shit show. My body rejects your backhanded compliments, shards of glass never known to be gentle. Not knowing your worth could be detrimental. Support shouldn't be conditional. Love should be medicinal. Leave it to you to weaponize amens. Use prayer as the cushion that hide the knives that are no stranger to my flesh. I want no parts of your mess. You try to pull me down, anchor, but you don't succeed. Anger. I thought by now you'd know I'd cut through my very own muscle, tendon, and bone before I condone another one of your mindfucks. Influx of self-love. Does a flower still bloom if no one is watching? I think so, but you wouldn't know because you like to lick your wounds while keeping your eyes fixed on me. Stay tuned.
Ooh, flames. Rosalind.
through her big brown eyes, for those that don't follow me. And I love you all.
Love you. Ooh. If that was like real and personal, whoever is, they feeling it. I'm gonna tell you right now. That's why you gotta be careful getting into a relationship with a poet. If you don't come correct, we will read you. We will read you.
They'll get their 5 minutes of fame. No, 4 minutes.
4 minutes of fame. I love it. Yes. Ah, brilliant. Genius. Rosalind Diaz. Okay. So let's go to Raymond and see what Ray did with Ray Did This. Raymond, come on.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for remembering me. You're so sweet.
Well, I do my best, and you're quite unforgettable.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to read 2 pieces today. One of them is a micro poem, and the other one, it complements the longer poem. So, all right. I call you daddy because I know you're going to leave me just like he did. Abandonment. And the longer poem is called Madness. My mother's madness is a Bible written in the ink of her blood and tears. A woman stomping her feet to get permission from her man to use the bathroom. A girl running away from home and getting pregnant at 15. A boy touched by the hands that beat his mother. A man pinned down and suffocated by his lover. Madness. It hides between my legs at night. It hides between the smiles of strangers. It hides in the closet watching me while I sleep. It hides behind my shower curtain waiting to kill me. Madness. The gift of sight given to me by my mother. As I poured alcohol onto her wounds, I was told to shut up and look away. I was told to never tell a soul. And you let him sleep in my bed. I was only a child. Do you remember what he did to me? Or did you force yourself to forget, like I forced myself to forget? When my man cheats, beats, and devours me. Madness. The way I've learned to accept that a man's dick can undo 8 years of domestic violence, that a man's voice can turn me into stone over the phone, a daily voicemail, the punishment for my poetry, because I turn my head and close my eyes and open my mouth up wide. I still can't look at myself in the mirror. Madness. When a man wants sex, he'll go out and find sex. Not with me, not with me. I was too busy working 40 hours a week, so deep into my depression and isolated from his affection, bent over from all the weight. As I'd wake up to him twisting my body and entering inside me, I pretended to be asleep. Madness. When he places his hands on top of my head and forces me down when all I wanted was a kiss. Mother. I believed that if I take off my clothes and throw myself at a man, then I too will be powerful, because that is what you showed me. Insanity, wrapping my thighs around his body, thinking he'll finally love me. Thank you.
Ray, oh, you did it again. Wow, that was so powerful and raw. Oh my goodness, you could see it when all you wanted was a kiss. Oh my God. So powerful. Bless you for your
Thank you.
your vulnerability, your honesty, and your gift to speak that truth. So much power to you. Let everybody
Thank
know
you.
how to follow you.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Ray Did This. I do daily micro poetry and I have a book coming to be TBA
All
eventually.
right. Much success to you, darling.
Thank you. Boricua.
Yeah, that's right. Bless you. Okay. Deadpan Lizzie, what is good?
Hello. You know, I think you and I missed each other at the Wild Project by a couple minutes because I saw you post that video and I was there and then my stomach was growling and I had to go get sushi. I know, so you can blame my stomach for that and missing you in person, but it'll happen again.
It will. It will. We'll plan this better.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to read one piece tonight. It's called Evolving. Unafraid to throw away the past, what once held significance has lost its essence. Scissors cutting through the old beaten down materials that have been a prisoner to decaying boxes and wallets, liberating them and myself, cleansing my mind and aura from my past. Though I appreciate my past, I have learned invaluable lessons from it. It is time to write the next 10 chapters, pushing on with the knowledge I've gained, planting the seeds for new gardens to blossom. Au revoir to the SM Techie, aka Zeus Lightwalker, and bonsoir to the poet broker, aka the Beanie God. Thank you.
All right, Deadpan Lizzie, breaking it down. What the Beanie God? Thank you, Deadpan Lizzie. Yeah,
Thank you so
Power
much.
Broker RM Thompson is calling you here.
I like that. There's another card.
Great to see you. We'll see you soon. Elizabeth
Always good to see you.
Deadpan Lizzie. Okay. Generalissimo Brian Franco gave up his spot so that Michael Sindler could shine and do his thing. Hello, Generalissimo.
Well, hello, gorgeous La Bruja. But you know you're gorgeous, even though you're modest about it. Okay, so let's go ahead. And Pinky is gorgeous too.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. I can't wait to get into
But
your
everybody
Are you gonna
says
make
that
me
about.
hungry? Are you gonna make me hungry again?
No, but I'm gonna read some new stuff. The first poem is a haiku I just wrote right now. So if I remembered my dreams, the poems I would write would be remembered. The second one is brand new. I was driving and I thought this poem up, and I thought, shit, it's going to take me 30 minutes to get home to write this down, and I'm not going to remember it. So I pulled off into a parking lot and read it into my phone, and I just remembered that I had it in my phone this afternoon, and I put it into my computer. So on being a poet and being a weirdo. If you are a poet, it is quite likely at some point in your life someone called you weird. Someone might have called you weird in an unmistakably mean manner. Maybe someone might have taken you aside and told you to tone down the weird. At some point in your life, someone might have smiled at you and said, you know, you're weird, but a good kind of weird. Weird is a word with multiple textures. It can be slippery like a wet frog. If you try to hold it, it'll jump from your hands. It can be sticky like hive fresh honey. When you touch it, it'll act like industrial adhesive. But put the letter O at the end of weird, a label gets created. Put the letter O at the end of weird, a person gets defined. Anyone labeled weirdo becomes labeled different or other. Sometimes weirdos are outcasts. Sometimes weirdos get defined as eccentric. Sometimes weirdos get called extremely talented. When you find yourself thinking up words that incessantly rhyme for no discernible reason, or might tell a story as if it were a dream and make readers and listeners laugh or cry or scream, these words might force you to write them on a page in a very aesthetic way, then stand on a stage and read it aloud in front of strangers as if there's a purpose to these words. What a weird notion that is to be a poet, to write words that seemingly don't make any sense at all and make total sense at the same time. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, loving that new shit. That's a mantra right there. Us weirdos. It's gotten cooler than ever to be this weird. To be a poet. Wow. Thank you, Generalissimo, for your
Gracias, La Bruja.
Love it. Oh, you muted. Were you still speaking? Go ahead.
Yes. Next Tuesday, I'm about to put it in the chat. I am going to be featuring at Port Veritas in Portland, Maine. That is on Zoom. I'll put all the information in the chat. and thank you very much.
Get it, Generalissimo. Go spread that wonderful poetry all in Maine and everywhere. Bring me a lobster, will ya? Matthew Marroquin, what's good?
Hey,
I see you've been
what's up?
shining, Marroquin. I
How's
love
it
all
going?
you guys. All of you been shining. Just make my heart just melt.
All right. Let me do two really quick. All right. First one, you might have heard before. Some of y'all might have heard, but I'm got an event, so I gotta practice this one from memory. So I've never performed this one from memory. Okay. This one's called Prom 1991. Let's see if I can get this from memory. My mother's tongue is a better dancer than me. It knows the bouncy bops of cumbia and the rhythm of bachata and can also the bouncy bops of cumbia, the rhythm of bachata can freestyle like merengue. It can also dance circles around you too. But English is like that one weird kid at prom who you said yes to because you felt bad for him. But he's never really danced before, and all he does is step on your toes, wiping snot away from his face and spitting out random facts, trying to sound cool. That's English. I can't get this from memory. Oh man, I feel terrible now because I can't think of this one from memory. It's not coming to me. I'm freezing up. This is why we practice, guys. I'm using y'all as practice.
Everybody has to snap. This is what we would do in the live when people forget what they have to do. Everybody starts snapping, and then it helps. But you know, one of the things when I'm just learning a piece, even when I've done it successfully alone, when you have an audience, there is a huge distraction there. I will always keep some form of it in my back pocket on some cue card things.
Yeah, I got it here just in case. All right.
There you go.
Okay. I feel bad. Who said yes? Okay, English is that one kid at prom who said yes to because you felt bad because he's never really danced before. All he does is step on your toes, wiping snot away from his face, spitting out random facts, trying to sound cool, and goes in to kiss you after that awkward slow dance. So you push him away, but he just won't let go. That's English. My mother decided not to go out with English. Who would? He's a bit gross and way too pushy, and half the things he says has some different meaning, even though they sound the same. My mother's tongue is too Latin, too many isoters creciendo de su taste buds, planting seeds in people's ears, growing gardens wherever her voice reaches. Who needs a prom date when you got a garden to dance through under a starry strobe lights with the moon as your disco ball? Wow, that one's hard. Gotta memorize that.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
That one's in my soon coming chapbook, Guanaco Binge.
Yay! Wait, prom 1991?
Yep.
My prom was in 1991.
See, I figured if my mom ever actually had a prom, it would have been there. Because it would have lined up. Yeah.
That was awesome.
I just kind of guessed it. I'm just like, that's random day. That's also
wonderful. Thank you, Matthew Marroquin.
I got one more. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to practice these before a big event, which I'll explain in a second. I'm just gonna get into it so I don't waste time. 5 things I never learned at school. 1, that it's okay to be myself. You see, I have ADHD with a little twist of anxiety, and while I sat on those cold metal chairs, I would get cold teacher stares from the front of the classroom because I had too much energy and acted a little bit differently. So they told me to act different than the different, to be different than who I was and, than who I wanted to be. So the nurse would shove down pills down my throat every day, forcing me to be calm and taking the real Matthew away. 2, to invest. From Bitcoin to Dogecoin to Robinhood, GameStop stocks, I have no clue where to put my money. I also have no clue where to put my time. Where do I invest myself? School had us doing the same thing over and over again, but I never got to explore. What do I want to do with my life? What type of people do I want to be around? Who do I want to end up with? Will it be worth investing myself? And please explain why. 3. How to love. Now, I'm not talking about no sex ed or birds and bees. Nah, I don't need that. No, I don't even need them to teach me how to love other people because trust me, I got that down. But no, it would have been, a little bit helpful if I learned how to love myself. Because when love and pain come from the same sources at home, at work, when you're just existing in this world, it gets hard to tell what's the difference. Am I hurting right now because I love myself? Or is it because I lack the ability to do just that? 4. Why people look at me different just because I'm brown. Now, my school wasn't the problem. It was when I ran track. Sang choir, or even cheered on my people at our games and races where I would get the stares, the comments, the heckles and snares. It was there where my friends were called the N-word or where water was thrown onto my American back. Now, out here in Iowa, our governor, Kim Reynolds, making laws to not be divisive about teaching race and culture and humanity, blocking it from our school systems. But Mrs. Governor, I'd rather have students be divisive than indecisive on whether or not to treat me like a human being based on the color chart they were taught from birth. I'm sorry that we don't all have the same 5 privilege to pay for those European school trips or even a $10 homecoming t-shirt, privilege to go to the games or stop in small town Iowa for gas and actually feel safe. Privilege to make laws that make the civil rights movement look like a war America fought and won, even though all the true patriots were against it, offended by it, and tried to eradicate it like your white ancestors tried to eradicate my people, my culture, taking away our land and banning us from your lives behind imaginary borders. VP says don't come, but we were here first. Now you want to just say no. It never happened. I shouldn't learn the truth about the past. I'm an Iowan and I know the damage that whiteouts can do. So why are you putting them through the very hallways I graduated from? A law to make myself, my brown being, disappear from your history books. Well, I guess they're never really there in the first place with all the investments my people make to this land, keeping me from teaching those with cold hearts waving defeated flags how to love a person with brown skin. Is this what you bought with your privilege, Governor Reynolds? Why you gotta add to the things kids will never learn at school, but really should, not only for their own benefit, but for the benefit of all people, for people like me. Thank you.
Matthew Mado King.
Yeah, so I'm performing in Des Moines live at some festival. There's like a big Juneteenth festival and they have a bunch of people of color and people from diverse backgrounds like on the stage, mainly only those people. And it's like, hey, this is a really cool spot and to be showcased. But it's in Des Moines, which is the capital of Iowa. So I'm like, I need something because Reynolds just made a law like a week ago. And I'm like, no, awful. But yeah, so I'm trying to go off there, I can promote my book, but also like talk down on the Capitol steps at the same time.
Woo! Dropping bombs on them, just letting them know. I love that. You reminded me of Puerto Rico. DG spoke about statehood, and I am certainly not pro statehood. I want independence for Puerto Rico because at the hands of America, Puerto Rico is still suffering, and statehood is just going to magnify that, in my opinion. And we still want our Puerto Rican identity, you know? And what else can I say? Matthew, you are a G. Straight
Thank you.
G's.
I'll see y'all in NYC. Y'all better hold a New Year event first week of August. I'm out there, so like, there better be a New Year event.
There'll be something Lincoln Center in August. I think I'll be performing there. I think with the New Eurekan Advocate, I'm gonna drag you there. So let's see what's good. Definitely this summer we will be getting together.
Let me know. I'll put all my information and stuff in the chat for y'all.
Super, Matthew. Bless you. Bill Elkins, let's hear your music.
Hello, Bruja. Oh, I got. Okay, I'm going to do an original, and it's entitled Kareen. It's a song I wrote, predicated upon a past relationship, but one of my favorite songs. I hope you like it. Sweet lady from Salinas, my brown-eyed Cornelian queen. My love for you is boundless. I'm so goddamn thankful you love me. You saved me from oblivion. You're my angel in the night. You Pepsi generation, me Coke Classic unite. I pray I never lose you, because life would become empty and dark. Kareen. My barefoot senorita, you enchant me with your luminescent smile. You fill my world with sunshine and captivate me with your style. You challenge me in my thinking, make me laugh when I'm forlorn. You tease me when I'm too serious and chide me when I'm glum. You're inexorably a part of me, and I appreciate you so. Kareen. When I look into your eyes, I tread where I ought not dare. You completely overwhelm me with your mystical, penetrating stare. You see what I'm thinking and think what I see. You rescue me from my wasteland when you reach out to me. You're my refuge in the desert, my harbor in the storm. Kareen. You're You're my Juliet, you're my lover, and my best friend. When we kiss and hold each other, I rival Shakespeare with a pen. Our hearts beat together like an earthquake marking time. We become entangled in a cardinal nursery rhyme. I wanna live with you forever and love you forevermore. Kareem. Oh, Kareem. Kareem. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. Wow.
Thank you very much.
Bill, that was a hit. That was a hit, Bill. You gotta record this. This new shit is fire.
Thank you.
Wow. Beautiful,
Appreciate it.
Beautiful, beautiful work. Bill Elkins, look at these evolutions all of you are making. Much love to you, Bill Elkins. You better record that soon. That is a timeless piece. It could have been in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. That's a
Thank you. Keep those cards and letters coming in. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh man, that is hilarious and brilliant. Look at that. That was so beautiful. Beautiful. Luis Pavon. Now it's up to you to take it from Kareem.
I know that was beautiful, Bill. Wow.
Right?
That was amazing. I got two pieces tonight, y'all. It's good to see everybody, by the way. I got two pieces. First one is called Of Comfort or Desert. Oh, great comforter, dear God in heaven above, I do not want to run to bear claws, into the arms of little Debbie and other baked goods, but I'm alone and do not want to drink alcohol or sniff snow or do many things I probably shouldn't, so I come to you. Ask that you wrap your heart around my heart, thread your arms through my arms and take away all the alone that collects inside my bones and makes it hard to turn like sugar does. Dear heavenly light, I hear the snack pack calling me back, the cake rife with rich fudge, cream-filled center waiting for my gut. I want comfort, dear God, comfort, not another praise song or psalm to get me over the hump and over what I want. I want clumps of chocolate and tons of brownies. I want cherries coated in candy glass. I want my lips to pucker up under a pouring candy bag. I want your arms to be the sweetest tasting salve as they hold me and tender me for the comfort I seek. I can forego the candy if I can have you next to me. I put no God before your face, not even little Debbie. So please, O God of comfort, please hear my plea. Fund me with your presence, fill me with your eat, so I can save myself from things that live to feed off me. So that's my first piece. And my next piece is entitled Late to the Party. And this is for all my late bloomers out there. Some of us, it takes a long time for us to really genuinely understand our lives. And we basically take the scenic route. So this poem reflects that sentiment. I am told I missed the song. And I say, at least I came. Made it just in time for cake, to lick the thick, dark icing from off the round cut dough. I am told I missed the sing-alongs, the jovial, close-knit roast of those whose voices cracked and croaked. I miss what it meant to bond, console, and say it's okay to be off tone. I say I am here now, and here is what I know. As I see the wall full of paper notes, each in different colors, congratulatory letters, kind quotes, I see the broad punch bowl, a full ocean that takes 2 arms to hold. I see the stern red cups erect up tall and tower over the casserole. I see the presents wrapped with ribbon and bow. They say I am late to the party, but the party wasn't shown. Now it is, and I realize I wasn't late at all. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Luis. That had like a bedtime nursery effect, especially like with the headboard. It's like adult nursery rhyme.
Once upon a time, once.
It felt really that, like it really did. Like it was very soothing and just your tone. It was also timeless. I loved it. Thank you, Luis.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
You too.
Okay. Joshua Kernia, all the way in San Francisco. Is that correct?
Yeah. Hey guys, it's been a while. But
Hi, good to see you.
how are you, La Bruja?
Doing well. Welcome back. What have you got for us today?
So I have a new piece that I wrote. So here we go. I've always hated this question. What's next? I don't know what my future is. Whatever I pursue is my future. I know of a million possibilities, but I can only spurt one answer in reality. I'm not ready for what's coming next for me. I'm okay with not knowing what it will be. Past memories are a hope for the future. They're a hope and a cure for jealousy. Jealousy for the missing piece of my heart held by a missing person. I yearn to build relationships, to open that floodgate, to dig deeper, let it flood and fill those holes. We're 60 years apart and that doesn't separate us. I've been waiting for my heart to open up again. Let things be still and let me have the stability and consistencies I so much deserve. Tilt the hourglass and let time stand still for a bit. For me to take a breath and spend that moment in time with people I care about. I'm afraid of starting over. It's easier to make peace with the moment than to hope for a better future that might never become the present. Let me be happy and filled with joy because I fear it might be taken away in a moment. Energy is wasted hoping for an undefined future. I don't want to invite out of obligation. I want you to not be nothing to me. It scares me that the ticking bomb without a timestamp will explode without any notice, and I'll find myself alone with regrets and questions of I should have. Is there ever enough time? Who will be next to me when I'm their age? Will we share rings? Will we laugh together, or will I just be me? The weight of uncertainty reminds me why I hate hearing that question, let alone answering it. No affirmation, no rejection, no denial, no acceptance. So what's next? Thank you.
Joshua with the new shit. That question of what's next. Oh my goodness. You know, being able to live in the unknown is where all the magic happens.
Exactly.
You just trust it and feel, just feel safe in the mystery. It's hard. It's not, it's not an easy thing to attain. But thank you for taking us to that place.
Yeah.
Joshua.
Nice to see everyone.
Luckily, I have all the answers. I can tell you what's next. Queen Ray Jane, that's what's next.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Never lie.
What's going on, bro?
Good
What's
to see
happening?
you. Here we are, yet again.
That's what we do, though, right?
Yeah.
Love on each other from afar and from close. A shout out to everybody who came out this weekend. It went up as expected. It's going to be up all summer. So if you're in the Tri-City area, come through. Don't be weird. Or be weird. We like that too. All right, I got 2 new things for you. If you like what you hear, you can follow me at itsrayjane.com or itsrayjane on Instagram. I hope y'all can feel this. It's a little petty, but whatever. This is called Othello in Arms. Though he favors Othello, this love here is far from Shakespeare its debt owed, a heaviness of load, hanging on horizons of split roads where secrets lay untold, unsheathing the caverns, shivering in the slumber of your cold. Emotional shoulders are most sharp, most bold. Digging into my ribs, Adam breaks my mold. Fleeing myself in his hands, I dance out my skin to begin again. I might win again if I could just get this sin to repent before it happened. I swear I could be a better human. I could forget that it's me looming, lurking in my earth and uprooting my inner workings, ancestors pulling you from me. I could feel it when they ripped your curtain, when I thought you were a wizard who was odd, but by the grace of God, I can see you as Oz, and ain't no easing on my road, so collect your courage, Adam. Don't get scared, Crow. It's only difficult to digest when speaking while lying. Your cowardice peeking out your tin heart, you confused. And I'm just sitting here wondering why niggas keep bringing me bad news. And the last one is called Dry. Don't you know how heavy water is? How my back hurts trying to carry all of this? Could never be dehydrated when you drenched. Flow as I please. You ain't never seen no water be fenced. Even dams eventually give. Moving as I want, I get up in it. Moisture is all around you. Get so wet, I'll confound you, but that's to be expected. Storm goddesses don't wait to be neglected. We water ourselves, we corrective. Wombs always know what to do, even if we wreckage. From this liquid perspective, our energy must be protected. Even alone, we stand collective. Every drop clear and reflective. Even Earth could never net this. You can't own an element, just like you can't absorb this melanin. Back to the water again, even if you dive right in. Water just allows you, slides on your skin. We glide from within, creep into your dirt and crack your foundation. Water is amazing. And yet, the thirsty treat us like we ain't evaporating. At some point, when done slurping down your viscous viciousness, water will levitate and cease to forgive. Dry up your crops and put your dreams on dialysis. Watch how we prune your malintent. There'll come a day when the rivers bend and we seas come to land intent on tsunami, flowing ourselves toward each other, moving oceans over your utter disrespect. Who will water you when you waste your last sip? I promise you, greed won't kill you as fast as not having this. Thank you.
Yo, there is top level new shit, and then there is Thunderlong Ray Jane, okay?
Thanks, friends.
Wow. Oh my God. I could just see a whole movie of just you doing this. Like, you're reading like.
Start nothing. Don't start nothing. You know.
I'm telling you. Ray Jane.
Love y'all. Be good to yourselves.
Just, oof. Ooh, my brain expanded. So heavy-handed. I just got reprimanded. Oh man, Ray Jane, damn. All right, Unmesh. Where will you take us from here?
Hello, La Bruja. Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Yeah.
how are you, Unmesh? How are you?
Good. How are you, La Bruja?
I am here with you. My body is tired, my spirit is light. I'm just feeling blessed and I'm just so,
Excellent.
so happy.
Excellent. Here we go. This is a new shit which I wrote half an hour ago. Let's see. 14 years old teenager standing near the corner of the ground. They didn't invite him to play. It was always the same. The students ganged together against him, and he was left alone, lonely. In a strange way, this was the sample of things to come in future, where loneliness was his only friend. We are a race programmed to focus on exclusions based on race, caste, religion, sex, talent, or the bald head. We are like vultures waiting to exclude people, to tell them you don't belong here. This is me, my turf. Even if someone is perfect, he is not like us. He is too perfect to be true. We exclude people to include our own in our fold. The excluded are kept stranded on the boundary of village, town, hearts, and mind. It's really interesting when even the excluded practice exclusion. Not their fault, because their so-called superior brothers taught them the same. Is this ever going to end? Or as the exclusionist says, only few people will be included and the rest will be excluded, exterminated. I see people excluded because of their gender. What is their fault? You don't get an option to decide your gender or parents when you are born. Who are you to decide someone should be excluded or shunted, making them feel worthless, good for nothing, just because they have the spark and something which you don't have? Now, this is not a war cry to exclude the exclusionist. Let us try to be inclusionist. Let us look at the aberrations as wonders of creation. Let us not look at the faults. We all stand on the fault lines. Let us not draw lines between us. We all have bloody lines clawed on your heart by life. Let us not be the furniture of the society. Let us not be the furniture of the society. Let's design a new society. Yeah, that was the first one. So, and there is one more short one. I like this one. Yeah, thanks. Chains of the mind are never kind. Wine, rewind, and wine just to find nothing but games of mind. Flying in the dark, headlights soft, directionless. The plane is going to sink in the abyss. Pain of the chains are not felt till we open our eyes and look at the horizon, where a small flame is refusing to die, refusing to lie. Sparks still flying high, sparks still flying high. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yes, Unmesh. Wow, we all stand on the fault line. That first piece was so powerful too. Oh my goodness. You deliver the goods all the way from India. I hope your open mic is going just so well.
Yeah, it's going wonderfully well, because especially people like Hindi poetry, and Hindi poets like getting exposed to the international poetry. So people are liking it, and I'm so proud of it. And thanks a lot for inspiring me, especially the Neo fam. So I think this is my 9th or 10th month with Neo. I just checked. My first ticket was in September last year. So I'm feeling as the wages have gone by.
Oh, that is so great. I love it. And many blessings to you. You deserve it.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Great piece. Inclusion, not to exclude the exclusionists. Love that. Well, The Withdrawn was up next, but he has withdrawn and he has given up his slot to Amanda Villanueva. What's good, Amanda?
Thank you for having me. Thank you, The Withdrawn, for giving me your spot. All right, this piece is inspired by The Withdrawn. I wrote it this morning. and it's called Your Favorite Poet Wanna Owe Me COVID. Because Withdrawn want to be in my comments talking smack, so I had to come through real quick. When I was in middle school, I was the girl with the quiet mouth who everybody talked about. For better or worse, for luck or curse, for the purse that didn't match, for friends I didn't have, for the mans I snatched. Yes, I know I've said this a million times. I know I've said my voodoo punani is divine, but I'm not lying. And I've been abstinent for a bit, well, maybe less, maybe more of a mess than I once was willing to admit, but everyone likes it. Everyone except the one who is an inch too conservative, who says my worth is placed only in how good I decide to be, because I see right through your bullshit, and now you hate me for it. Hate me like the shit you won't dare say to my face, but instead on a plate of paper. Hate me like them long pauses you love to take. Like you probably think I'm a disgrace in the best possible way with the best possible faith, because this here is a different place. This a way higher rate, a way raunchier day that you could never escape. Make Miss Prada pull out her nastiest line just to tell me the time. Yapping that you pussy, but your pieces say otherwise. A wild card morphed into a draw four. Did you lock the door? Thank you.
Oh, Amanda. Yo, with that, you wrote that to the Withdrawn. You just read him, yo. You just said rip. But Withdrawn loves the abuse because he gave you the slots and he just likes getting spanked. Jesus, Withdrawn. You kinky. I know you are. And speaking of kinky, let's bring up Edward Foreman, the fireman.
All right. Hola, muy guapa. Hola, muy guapa. I saw you in your white dress. You look so stunning, I must confess. You were in a parade wearing your Hispanic crest. You were beautiful and impactful in your Sunday best.
Thank you. So sweet.
You're very welcome. I'm glad you're feeling the heat. Okay. But first, please put your kids to sleep. Let them count those sheep. This is going to be something so deep. I don't want to hear any complaints or peeps. All right. My name is Ed Fireman. I'm here to burn your night, so give you such a sexual fright so you can enjoy my erotic delights. Okay, this is some new shit. If you think Amanda's is burning, wait until you hear mine. This is called Raising Sexual Inferno. Come, my flawless beauty. I don't bite much. It's my erotic duty. Let me make both your lips hush. I touched you, my flower. You were so sweaty and moist. You felt my deep sexual power. I didn't hear your voice. Our hearts exploded and rejoiced. Our old illustration will take you to places beyond. The inner melody will burn your soul. I'm here to explode your cherry bomb. You'll be satisfied. You'll be begging me to fold. Esteeming in this erotic retreat, I saw the crows our hands and feet. We tangled beneath the sheets. We bask in the scorching heat. We abandoned our reason. We were butt naked and alive. We were two colliding suns. You repeatedly faint, then you revive. You started kissing me. Your mouth tasted so sweet. You swayed and moved like the sea. You never met defeat. We drank the heat from our lust. It was God, I'm out of breath. Thoughts turned to dust. Can't think while I squeeze and suck your chest. Our clothes were everywhere. Bra, panties, boxers, dress, pants, and shirts all around. Do you think we really care? We were too busy banging and making sounds. We were in deep, dirty ecstasy, matching move for move, blow to blow. It felt like you were absorbing me. I was lost in your burning glow. I started going low. Why you look so surprised? You kept singing towards your pillow. Oh, you're definitely one of your inner sunrise. You got up, then gently pushed me. You grasped my holy sword. I started to feel so at ease. It's a feeling I couldn't put into words. You breathed light back into my tree. You started going on top. A request I couldn't disagree. You loudly whispered, please don't stop. It was all or nothing. God, it was everything in between. It was filthy, but it wasn't disgusting. Oh, believe me, we caused a scene. My hands grasped your hips, you danced and moved out and end. I started pinching your nips, your eyes and body quickly transcend. You shake, then you drop, but you got back up. You smiled and gave me a wink. You started shaking your rump. My heart instantly sank. I turned to a beast in heat. I dashed towards your behind. You bite your lip and quench your feet. Your orgasmic climax has arrived. I repeat the same moves and verse over again. We passed out with permanent smiles. There goes our exhilarating weekend. Now it's time to be one with the soft, fluffy titles. Thank you.
Ed Foreman bringing the heat, the fireman foreman.
Oh, I got one more thing. I have an open mic tomorrow, so please, protested rhymes you will borrow. So hopefully, please come tomorrow.
Yeah, go. You know, it's crazy. If I ever see Eddie Foreman on the street and you're walking with a partner, I'm gonna be like,
Don't worry, I'm single. I'm getting ready to mingle.
It didn't know. You gotta repeat it. It went.
I can say it again. I'm single and I'm ready to mingle.
He's single, ready to mingle, y'all. You already know. Don't worry, that's gonna change. Everybody's gonna start mingling soon. Mingling-a-ling. Let's go with Nick at Night.
Oh hell.
Nick Paleologos. I saw you in the photos hanging with everybody. You look like you were so happy, having a great time.
Yes, and I was also just with Paul Conqueso and a live open mic too earlier. So yeah, let me get into it. I got two for you. I don't know if I've done this one yet. I figured I'd give this one a shot. This one's called White Supremacy is Like a Cocaine Bump. Here we go. Cocaine effects usually last about 10 to 15 minutes. Cocaine usually is a white, powdery substance. White supremacy is like cocaine. It's not a fun experience. It's a drug that kills people, both the user and the surrounding circle of people. Some say cocaine resets your body, that you can continue to consume more and more and more, whether it be alcohol or whatever else. More hatred to numb your lips, to spew red flames, more discrepancies to snort up your nostrils and hit the brain, more destruction to inject in your arms and punches spill more blood. When cocaine is snorted by Andrew Jackson's hateful 20 bass bill and smacks the brain, nostrils bleed, the aneurysm of the cataclysm of the antagonism of capitalism, of terrorism, leaving paranoia when Rush exits this racetrack of snorting, grounded, nihilistic, made disgust. I've been told cocaine is a hell of a drug. So is white supremacy. It's awkward when you meet someone and scarier than the devil could ever conjure up. Stand tall like the forest. When one tree falls, 10 more rise up, and they will not chop us down with sharpened blades. Our bark is more metal than wood. They shall feel our disappointment and rage in them. It's scary how powerful a drug can turn a human into an imp. It's our time to take the imps to rehab, exterminate their hatred, take away the cocaine so that we can start to heal this world. That was one.
Ooh, new shit, huh?
Yeah, I edited a little bit. I did it a little on Monday, but I edited it and I was like, let me fix that. You know, this one's a bit of a self-healing one, a little bit for me. This one's called Stitches. This is for those who have self-harm, who took sharp objects to skin, sharpening shrapnel, sharp shearing skin, stripping self that was storing an inner stowaway. How many more pints of blood will we spill out to the ground? Isn't there enough bloodshed in the world? I wish there was a save point to where we could go back to that first time. I would tell myself to stop it and push away my several darkness, to clear clouds away to get to my ultimate Final Fantasy that doesn't need 16 installations. This isn't a game of spades where the jack, queen, king, ace, and jokers cut our bodies up like scrap paper. This game provides hearts of love, diamonds of self-worth, clubs of luck to provide healthy coping mechanisms, and those spades to cultivate our new selves. Cuts heal and scars linger. I look at these scars each day, all over my arms, my legs, my chest, and notice a new one with each solemn stare. It's been a while since I self-harmed, almost a year. I've thought about it a few times. My body ignores my impulses. It's difficult to release the object that hurts, that's within the grasp of the house, and still feel it within grasp. I thought I could never stop. I would beg the shooting stars to bless me with an ability to stop. Haley's comet gave me a needle and thread. I felt each pain as I stuck the needle in my skin, with each wound beginning to close as the threads tightened. It wasn't any easy to start on the first one. It wasn't any harder to seal the wound. I would rather look at my invisible stitches than my own self-harm. I would ask you to love yourself, find a quality about yourself, find another and another and another. Heal your heart. I'm still healing. Potions can be bought, but magic within can turn you into the mage you needed. Hold your own head to your chest. Kiss your forehead. I whisper those words. Let me heal you. Let me love you. I've done that.
Wow, so powerful. That was magic. Those are magical words of healing you just gave to all of us. You did that. You did that through your journey and pain. You have shared healing with all of us.
Thank you. And now, New York gave me so many opportunities now. I have features. I have my own show now on every first and third Wednesday of the month.
Yay!
Well, thank you all so much. You can also follow me at The Real Nick P for more details about my show, or if you want to message me or look at my cool posts and everything. Thank you all.
Hey, Nick at Night, baby. Doing big things, sending those loving, positive vibrations. Wow. Okay, Ushiku, talk to us. Where are you tonight?
I'm here from Manchester, England.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah, got to thank Ron for the hookup as well, because I'm usually not up at this time. So he filled in the form for me. So thank you, Ron.
Super sweet. Well, welcome. It's so great to hear you. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes. So I've got two pieces for you today. One of them is going to be a bit different. It's going to be more acting monologue based. And then I'm going to have some hip hop for you. First off is a piece from a play about autism that I'm writing called Unmasked, which challenges language around autistic authenticity. I suppose the most unusual aspect of growing up neurodivergent was, for me at least, not knowing. I knew dyspraxia affected my coordination, and no amount of walking across a white line, 1 foot in front of another at occupational therapy would ever change that. I knew I had some physical differences that resulted in difficulties with certain tasks, but my mind was alive with stories and a thirst for knowledge. It was around 10 years old when the idea was bandied about that there might be more to me than just dyspraxia. I didn't know it at the time, but the previous 5 years of poking and prodding, taking me out of school for appointments, both child psychologist and occupational therapy, was looking to see if I had the same psychological issues as my biological parents. I remember telling the child psychologist, Dr. Bowers, with great fear and anger that I didn't want to be doing 2 + 2 for the rest of my life like some retard. I wanted to go to a proper secondary school. A year or so later, I was told I was fine, but the years of being a human guinea pig felt less so. I didn't know at the time that dyspraxia had a mental component beyond the physical. Nor did I know that the reason for all these tests was because the doctors wanted to know if I suffered from those same mental illnesses that my biological parents had. I certainly didn't know what Asperger's was, nor how 18 years later I would be diagnosed with it as an adult. But with the caveat that because I was sociable and confident, it was harder to read from yet another medical professional. They may have found it difficult to see, as I did too. However, for other children, it was clear as day that there was something other about me. But I'm not mad. I was tested for that. Not even disappointed either. What I can say is that the knowledge of self is never self-contained. Who you are is neither how you perceive yourself nor how you are perceived. There is an entirety in all of us that is just unknowable. But I do know more than that 10-year-old boy. And for that, I'm glad. And this next piece is called Just Another Manc Melody. I've been doing some work recently on dialect, so this kind of reflects that. I am rap's revolution, I am rap's NXT. Not even San Martino times graps cried at me, cause I'm that cunt that's mad cocky like Antonio and Nokia. Said it in Manc so I could spit that bar properly. My individual awesomeness is awkwardly auspicious. Sushi is wolfishes, while Ushi just pauses us. Time's out, dimensions in. Got a second-hand TARDIS, let's take it for a spin. It's a bit of a banger with a faulty time drive, but the spaces it can travel correspond to our timeline. Is that the case, or is it just perception? What is a minute, a moment, a lesson? I can't cross with the legions in 49 BC, but the universe of now can share as it sees. Cause I'm a penguin that's been mending, hope for better days, but happiness is patent pending. My heart's ballooning and breaking. I dance a fine line between popping and inflating. The walls of my mind rebuilt amongst the siege. Gotta be your own master, no lords, no liege. Though in truth, I'm somewhat of a cosmic entity. So why the hell should I let these petty feuds get to me? So take another shot like you're Russian vodka, but my bowels age well like the finest cognac. I don't speak truth to power, I just speak truth to everything. To hell with the bittersweet pills you're swallowing. I got the hyperdrive because I travel between dimensions. But how the hell do I put watermelon in a sentence? I just did, because I'm an Aspie-Magus, but still organic like. Asparagus? Asparagus. Have a laugh. Just another Manc melody. Sporting sunny smiles, because for once, it's not pissing down terribly. Thank you very much.
Ushiku, thank you so much. That was really entertaining. That was really tremendous. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Ron, for signing up Ushiku. Let us know where to follow you, and then we're gonna
I'll put all that in the chat. I'm over next summer as well because I got an Arts Council England grant, and yeah, I fancy kind of coming over and performing. I've done a lot of stuff in Long Island before, but it'll be my first time doing stuff with the city because thanks to Ron, he also hooked me up with the Bronx Memoir Project, and I'm in their latest anthology as well. So
yeah,
I'm looking to kind of enjoy the city because I've been to New York 3 times, but like my publisher is based in Long Island and I've not done a lot of stuff in the city, and that shit is going to change next summer.
Yes, it is. We're gonna be in the city waiting for you. Trust me. That'll be great. I look forward to the day. Much success to you. Po con queso para los necios.
Who? What up, bro?
What it do? I saw you having fun too. I was trying to meet up with all of you.
We were out in these streets. You have no idea. No idea. So I just got to give shouts that in an undisclosed location, Advocate of Words might have grinded on my thigh. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. That's the only tea on the story. That's it. But anyway, I have a workshop coming with the Nuyo July 17th called Make It Make Sense. I'm going to have my own generative poetry workshop just confirmed this week. So y'all can sign up for that shit. doing workshop tings. Storm Gods in the building, Beast Boys in the building, and Men Who Heal in the building. If y'all want more info on that, y'all can follow me at Paul Con Queso on Instagram. I'm really nervous tonight because this is the first time I'm ever reading an erotic piece up in this piece, like a full-on erotic piece. So I'm honestly like, feels awkward, but I'm gonna get it there. All right, so, all right, let's do this. This is called Pink Matter Matters. See, pleasure is a matter of measurable mana, of how you make another feel an organic volley in return. And just like tennis, it's often better to give your all and be tied rather than be stuck in a zero sum that some call love. See, it's not black and white nor gray matter. This paint splatters tangibly abstract as the peaches and mangoes which we feed one another symmetrically. Nectars dribble on lip, rolling down precipice edge of every ledge which sits on pink continent, and we can count on our fingers and other tips with nerve endings, ways to give and receive pleasure so immense, yet there are still myriad ways to originate it. What do you think my brain is made for? Is it just a container for the mind? This great gray matter. Sensei replied, what is your woman? Is she just a container for the child? That soft pink matter. Cotton candy, Majin Buu. Oh, 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 oh. I close my eyes and I fall into you. Best believe when she gives you everything in her being, pleasure acts as symphony. Your instrument can never play such immaculate crescendos on its own. Solos are meant to display pain and not the inherent joy of togetherness, of creation. So don't ask me why pink matters. Just realize that every deeper shade of melanin is a miracle, just as is your meeting of two conductors of electricity, lathering rose lotus and lengua, tracing every inch of Princess Peach palace, that pink dress lifted, glistening, listening to moans with no Super Nintendo control over, up, up, down, down, AB, grasping a flagpole, sliding, signaling where this mouth of joystick goes. No one knows when your face grows royal flush. Blush got you giggling like a piglet. Miss Piggy demanding, tongue twisted, translator speaking dialects you thought were lost to time, yet we H.G. Wells hop in time machine, TARDIS and quantum leap back to the future where pleasure was not a commodity, where our bodies were not deficits but deific outlets, and we, the divine beasts, got you in bed clawing and clutching sheets like held groceries on that last trip upstairs, clawing like Mufasa's grip before he slipped. See, you can't see this because you're being blindfolded. Obscures the fact. The only map to pleasure lies in the build to explode. Hands bound to bedpost, exalting high to sky like Kansu summoning pull of moon. Luna will lasso you into inhaling pink like Kirby powers, absorbing this pink Power Ranger pterodactyl, shouting phrases of praise, that morphin call, lapping up bubblegum, loving on you till your body pops, secreting that natural lather. This gray matter of who came first. Always answer of you, whenever, wherever. No Shakira, but our hips are meant to be together in Majin Buu fusion dance. And honestly, they don't lie, but we can kneel, or we can stand just to make you feel every bit the goddess you be, make you feel all of me. Fuchsial walls won't plead, because if they could talk, they'd scream and beg to be entered primally. Finally, your cherry blossom opens like azalea, calla lily, meadow, sweet primrose peonies, rocking me into sweet cosmos of pink constellation. Got you waiting, hating the ideal of patience, waiting to take in this cunning linguist, other strongest muscle, and see how it hits. I don't know how you feel about food in bed or S&M, but if I bring out this whip or even whipped cream, finding ways to make lips cream all over your dragon fruit, this Khal Drogo making you Khaleesi of the grassy, breaker of chains, mother of dragons, riding barebacks to sweep you in lucid dreams, pink vanilla sky, and when I bury my face in it, make you wet, pulsate, sweat, and sponge every inch of goatee in rainforest, waterfalls, El Junque or Amazon. This escape brings sweet release like opiates. And I mean, moaning is dope, but the greatest achievement for me is when I can leave you entirely speechless, shaking, Quaking, knees quivering, these multiple O's mouth can make with hands now freed, making their way to pull on my mane. Long tail and back like reins of stallion or wheel and pilot seat. No cockpit yet, but cocked. You get the gist of this. I feel you grip and shift the stick, ready to switch positions. Yes, I succumb, become co-pilot. You drive it now. In control of this descendant rose quartz rocket ship, manifesting us higher than celestial. Because ever since you've been gone about having withdrawals, you were such a habit to call. I ain't myself at all. I had to tell myself, nah, she better with a fellow with a regular job. I didn't want to get her involved, but then Mr. Benjamin was sitting and all, hopped into my car, drove far too close, and I remember my memories on sharp. What a life anyway. I'm buzzing on my clocks out. What are you, I'm Hemingway? She had the kind of body that would probably intimidate any of them that were unsouthern. Not me, cousin. If models made for modeling, thick girls are made for cuddling. Switch worlds and we can huddle then. Who needs another friend? I need to hold your hand. You need no other man. We flee to other lands, and it's not my job to colonize your continent. I'm anti-colonist. Rather offer up these offerings to fill the vacant seat with seed. See, I will never be the basic bee. Poets of the storm god type know how to hit like thunder and lightning on every facet of existence. We make you feel transcendent with this medicinal instrument, which pulls hard as magnetic fields, tectonic shifts of Richter scale, like Maxwell's Untitled. How does it feel? Girl, it's only you. Have it your way. And if you want, you can decide. Matter over pleasure, never mapping our Milky Way interstellar with no helmet or mask. I glide and defy gravity. You riding, guiding, pumping thighs, which clamp me in, letting me into your garnet heart. Golpealo coño, duele mucho, drowning in you though, because trust when I enter that pink center of life's very essence, you'll never want me to leave, but that doesn't mean don't allow me to pull out unless you'd be ready to welcome some little Pink Panther quesitos. I don't know if I'm ready for these though. But the practice is what makes perfect, and our bodies go so far beyond surface, redefine what the earth is. No, I can rearrange topography with the stroke of motion, because frankly, when this ocean's so motherfucking deep, we don't need breathing apparatus, amphibious in that ass, because I can swim 1,000,000 leagues deep in you. How could a grip be so slick and yet so jaws of life, holding on so I don't ever slip and will never let go on some Titanic Jack and Rose shit, but don't close lids. We don't need sleep. This after rest will be our deathless death, with both of us spent needing water and oxygen and carbon, all these conduits sparking, greatest bang since the origination of Orishas, which keep us pushing and reaching for enlightenment, a higher state of finding pink, speaking godly tongues as we breathe in sync, because you and I put the you and I in this universe. You, the inventor of all things, goddess incanting new forms of pleasure, conjured ways for life to enter this world in which only your pink matter has ever mattered.
Yo. My dude. Yeah.
So that was just me trying out some erotic poetry. Y'all let me know what it is.
Yo, I said it's definitely erotic because my mind feels fucked.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate it.
What the
Love
fuck?
the space. Y'all are home.
Fuck. Oh shit! No, when John said poco huevos. Yo, you fucking killed it.
I just wrote that today. That was not polished, though.
You wrote that today. What the fuck? What is going on? What is going on that you people are receiving such genius and brilliance? This is just beyond. And then when you took it in different paces, like the different, yo, that shit. I swore there was like a glitch and you were going in fast time, like, you know, yo.
I also, yeah. I'm also trying to be conscious and not be like a 9-minute performer, because sometimes I go too long. Pause. Good problems. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for letting me spit my shit and be extra explicit today.
Thank you. Well, shit. Talk to me in 9 months. I think I'm pregnant. Yo, Vasilios Leon, what are you gonna bring to the table?
Oh my god, damn, Paul. Oh my god. Hello, thank you. Nice to virtually meet you. I have just been thrown into this world and I've known some of your work before and I've heard a lot about you since I've met the New York fam last Saturday. And it was my first time performing my work and it's been like a drug since then. So I got 2 pieces today. One of them, some of you may have heard already. And the other one, some of you may have heard already, and it was really short, but I kind of developed it further today. So let's see how that goes. I'm a thirsty fucking bitch. I'm a thirsty fucking bitch because I love too hard. I'm a thirsty fucking bitch because I don't know how to be ignored. I'm a thirsty fucking bitch when I text you not once, not twice, not thrice, but 7 times before I accept you're not just busy. I'm a thirsty fucking bitch because I'll let you thrust your engorged phallus into my food pipe in order to feel quenched. I'm a thirsty fucking bitch because I know what I want and I'm not afraid to express it. I'm a thirsty fucking bitch because when my flowers were merely a bud, I learned sucking dick was one of the first things I was good at. I'm a thirsty fucking bitch because I'm always sweating. I'm a thirsty fucking bitch because I want to be desired. But really, I'm just a thirsty fucking bitch because you don't find me attractive. What about my shape tells you I'm undesirable? What about the way my chest proudly hangs over my stomach tells you that I don't deserve to be touched? Are the shadowy cracks, peaks, and valleys of my inner thighs too hard to navigate? What about my fupa tells you do not cross? Is there something in the way my cheeks swallow my eyes when I smile at you that makes you feel like you're next to be eaten? I'm a thirsty fucking bitch because if I could transpose into the mirror dimension and fuck myself, I'd do it so fucking right. I'm a thirsty fucking bitch because I'd lick every millimeter of sexy, sweet, and salty shell. I'm a thirsty fucking bitch because I'll never find someone that finds me as attractive as I found them, or myself for that matter. What about me wearing half a shirt and strutting down the street and showing up to the function makes you think I'm thirsty for attention and or don't deserve it? The same ones that want to surround yourselves with me. You want me at the function to show out. I am not just your entertainment. I'm not just for laughs. My colorful, vibrant spectrum of expression is not a free front row ticket for your amusement. Because when the show's over, I'm left with no one to hold. Thank you for the fucking compliment, Hannah. But I'm not brave for going out like this. I'm just fucking sexy. I'm a thirsty fucking bitch because I know my worth and I have an insatiable hunger for love. And I have waterfalls of it to give. But mostly I'm a thirsty fucking bitch because you parasites keep sucking me dry. That was one. And if I have time, I have another one. And this one is called I Want to Fight the Devil, but I Want to Fuck Him. The devil knocks on my window, and it is music to my ears. His talons etching and clawing, arousing my fears. He's hesitant to enter, thwarted by my tears. The devil only wants me when my soul is not here. I rest my eyes and try to sleep. Anything is better than facing what I manifested. I didn't ask for him to visit, not that he ever does when you do, but I craved it and he came. I can't sleep, I don't want to. Instead, I touch myself and think of the devil. How desired I felt when his eyes peered through the window. I want to be your whore. Why did I freeze? Why was I not ready for him? Perhaps my body knows what's good for me, but that's not what I seeked out. I seeked out the devil. I had the audacity to present myself to him when I wasn't called upon. I was full of audacity. The devil is cunning and I was vulnerable. He disguised himself as the man people thought he should be, and he's not expecting my third eye to see. See, the problem with divine sight is not everyone possesses it. So in a room full of mortals, you look like some desperate psycho trying to prove your point, all stressed and shit. See, what I'm trying to say is I went to go see the devil. I put on my pearls and my backwards cap. The devil prefers fishnets, but only when no one's around. The backwards cap was thrown in there to show some butch, and I didn't really shave my head for a few days because I've just been thinking about the devil. Anyways, I went to go see the devil, and only you and I know. When I stepped to the devil, he said, to someone like you, myself, I'd not show. The devil is challenging my reality for his own personal gain. Expected. For someone like me, rejection should always be expected. I crawled home to my abode, shame lacerating my heartstrings till the sun rose. But right before the peak of dawn, before the birds could even cheer, the devil knocks on my window, and it is music to my ears. Thank you.
Welcome home, Vasilios Leon. Wow.
Thank you so much. Everyone's been doing really great tonight, and I was very nervous for sharing that. So thank you all for giving me the space and the privilege to share. And I didn't know, I felt weird like following the email and making that list, but this is my Instagram, and I don't really want to tip. Instagram is EMPATHIC_slut. That's empathic_slut. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Living for the empathic slut, baby. Woo! Yes. Wow. Okay. Mirel. Tell me how to say your name correctly. It's beautiful.
It's Murray, but I go by Miro. And first,
okay. Okay.
me. Hi.
Hi, Miro. Nice to see you.
Hey. Yeah, I was like, I can't change my name for some reason. It's not letting me. But anyway, so everybody's been so fire. I feel like I need to learn how to write erotic poetry because I'm like blown away. Wow. So I've actually been struggling with writing new shit since the weekend. I was like on fire a couple of weeks ago, just like writing shit, and I've been struggling with a poem, but I found something that I wrote back in January, and I actually haven't read it anywhere, so thought I would share it with you. Kind of an ode to poets, since we had such an amazing weekend and it's Hot Poet Summer. So here you go. A poet knows, sees beyond and dissects the ordinary, presenting to us metaphor and bits of beauty otherwise missed in the throes of the daily grind. A poet is a prophet, clairvoyant, knowing intuition by observing, picking up what's overlooked and serving what is to be through deliberate formatting and rhyme, spitting truth you didn't know you needed to hear. A poet is a particular kind of beast, watching, catching the subtleties, snatching secrets, sailing on the breeze, taking a moment to assess their collection of thoughts and feelings, and spins a story of vulnerability that touches you just because a poet wields the power of language, painting with words, creating in the atmosphere another universe with the everyday, placing their offering on the altar of the written word. A poet knows, feels when it's time to write, edit, recite. It's what they are, instinct, ancient thing we don't understand anymore, but a poet does, can put down their screen and sit in quiet, waiting for the words, ideas, sentences that will come somehow as ever always. A poet knows, puts pen to paper and speaks. Thank you.
Yes, that is the truth. Miro, thank you.
Thank you.
Shit. Keep writing that new shit.
I'm trying so hard.
Oh, it's beautiful. You don't need to try. You just release it. You're doing it, and thank you so much. So many quotes. People are loving it. snatching secrets, sailing on the breeze. People are loving it. Wields of power of language, painting with words on the altar of the written word. Yeah, I loved that line. That was fabulous.
Thanks so much.
Mwah.
Thanks, Bruja. Thanks, everybody. Miro reads books on IG if you're so inclined.
Yes, Miro reads books. I love that. What the summer, the poets of what, the hot poets?
Hot Poet Summer. I did not come up with that. I wish I came up with that. It's not me.
I like that though. I like that spreading that heat. Okay. Now let's go to Nathan Davila.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm watching a friend of mine do her show, so I hope you can hear me with some of the music in the background.
Stepped on the sidelines to do your own rhymes.
All right, I'm gonna do one tonight. Hopeful romantic as always, free verse. So here we go. I remember walking up those steps, the warm May air, flower scent lingered, classical music in the air. There I saw you, standing, a radiant beauty. Captivated, I walked. Your energy pulsated. My heart jumped. Your emerald eyes, your golden hair, your smile. I spoke and time stood still, and I couldn't move. Your voice wrapped around my soul, and I fell in love with you. I found my soulmate. That's it.
The hopeless romantic, the hopeful romantic, Nathan Davila. Thank you so much for sharing your romance and your sweet story of falling in love while you're singing singing on the stage.
So, well, no, that's my friend. But follow me, Nathan Davila, 711 on IG. And yeah, hit me up on there.
Beautiful. Gracias, Nathan.
All right.
Siempre un placer.
Good night.
Good night. Okay, Deneen is giving up her slot for her man, Joski C. These two are super romantic and beautiful people. Joski C, what it is?
Hey, hola, Bruja.
Hola.
You coming through? So, I've got a poem and a song. And this is actually a letter to my bandmates. And I offer it to, dedicate it to writers. And it's called All the Good Songs. Have all the good songs been written? I used to think Bach already did it all. Otis, Carol, Paul, and John, countless others, apostles of song. So why write? Why bother? How come? I found myself thinking about these things after our last discussion. Like old trees, we've been hanging out, experiencing time. A lot has osmosed in and out. Years of wind fucked with our spines, and yet I still believe music can change the world. Does so all the time, all around us. So feel your fucking sternums buzz. Plug into the universe just because we can. And spread the love. Amen. Because we can. And this song, just to remind everybody, please be careful. This thing's not over yet. You're essential when they're hungry. Chopping chicken don't pay nothing. Rent's due, they'll spend you to make some money. You're essential when they're thirsty. beverage with a curtsy. Got bills due, they'll spend you so they can make money. I tried to explain. We walk in the rain. They treat you with disdain. They don't feel the pain like we do. Don't walk in the rain like we do. You're essential. We can't lose you. Imagine what if we refuse to work all day in harm's way so they can make money. I try to explain. We walk in the rain. They treat you with disdain. They don't feel the pain. If we lose you, perpetual rain. If we lose you, you're essential.
Yes, Joski C. Thank you so much. That band poem too. I felt your energy on that one too. Thank you so much, Joski.
Thank you, Bruja. Thank you.
Much love, Joski C. Okay, we're gonna continue the musical flow with Catman Bill.
Hi, La Bruja. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
From the hinterlands of Hartford, Connecticut, mildly well. I got in this time. So I'd like to do a song, but when I was back in grade school, I once lifted up my desktop and with a piece of chalk, I sketched two fighters planning an epic battle, Sonny Liston and Cassius Clay. At the time, I wanted Sonny Liston to win because I used to be called Sonny, but I'm sure glad that Muhammad Ali won that fight. He went on to become one of my few lifelong heroes for standing up to authority at the right time. About 5 years ago, this month, he passed away, and I saw his memorial service online, I believe it was. And later that night, I woke up in tears knowing that a good man had passed on, and I wrote this song. He came from dust, he came from clay, he never lived a cautious day. He was a poet with a rhyming mind, he was the greatest of all time. Ali, Ali, he lives on in some of us. Ali, more American than apple pie, more peaceful than a butterfly. He knew when the time was right to lose his pay and win the fights. Ali, he lives on in some of us.
Catman Bill, thank you for that ode to Ali, the greatest of all time. Thank you.
Welcome. And I just wanted to mention, maybe some of you poets already know about. I received this note about the Paletto Sappho Prize for Women Poets, and it closes this weekend. There's a $3,000 award for first prize. And I guess you can't see that, but
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Put it in the chat for us. And now let's hear from Poetic Desire. Did you hear that? You there, Poetic Desire? Oh, it sounds. How does it sound to everybody? Do you hear her? Oh, it sounds slow. I don't know what it is, Easter Poetic Desire. Oh, yeah, change whatever mode that's in. It could be part of the performance, depending on the poem. It's sounds a little demonic, but I'm here for it. Basilios wants to fuck the devil. We all love it. Oh, you know what? Let's no, it's not working. It sounds Darth Vader, but yeah, really. Yeah, it's fucking my head up too. Wow. Okay, no, we can't understand it. Easter Poetic Desire. I'm sorry, honey. We're gonna go to the waiting list and see if, and maybe log out and come back in. So strange. Oh wait, now I hear myself like that. What in the world? What is going on? Okay, let's see Monica Berger, if Monica is open to bless us. Are you here for it, Monica? This is trippy. This has never happened. Sample rate? Hello? Is anybody out there? What is going on? Monica?
Can you hear me?
You are. Yes. Woo.
Oh, good. Thank God. Okay. Hi. Sorry I'm late. You look beautiful. I love the natural look. Okay. Here, my best friend gave me these my birthday years ago. So it's 105 out here today. So strappy sandals. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Because you're frozen.
We hear you.
Okay, cool. All right. Thank you. Dreddy at the controls. Morgan Heritage sang this to my soul. You don't have to be dread to be Rasta, divine conception of the heart. Sifting through the frenemies, knowing in my heart they aren't true from the start. Trained by Jaja when I was low, chant down Babylon in the flow. My feet are my carriage firmly planted on the ground, head in the clouds. in tune with the natural mystic, speaking clear and loud, fighting the good fight from the true power, staying away from the negative and sour. The Rastaman chant taught me who I am, how to stand in my right alone. It was shown to me from the ska, ragamuffin, rub-a-dub, dance hall, roots, rock, reggae, from the world sound system underground. The sweet beat is my remedy, guided by the soul rebel Nesta Robert Marley. Name my son after he, freedom fighter of my generation, high prophet, original selector, the man who made authenticity, electricity. The Rasta way is my style, my heart, my soul, where I belong on the regularly, stuck like glue to jaw side, protected from the fool, love deeply from above. When the music hits, I feel no pain. It's my sanity, my champagne, my first love that brings me to my knees. It always brings me joy, never played out, always relevant, reaches the highest frequencies, keeps me bumping through the night, helps me fight my demons, brings me to the light. Visions of the Lion of Judah blinds brightly. When I close my eyes, it keeps my spirit wisely, cuts through all the lies. It silences the cries, it liberates and keeps my eyes on the prize. I love you dearly, Jah Rastafari, allowing me to see into the deepest realities. Please always keep me safe and sound in the sound system from the heavenly clouds, playing your ultimate one drop extremely loud. Bring me to my temple, my place of worship, where the bass pumps my heart, where the lion roars and shakes the purest melodies. Thank you for your sweet eternity. You quench my thirst, never making me.
We lost the audio on the last last 3 lines. Hello, Monica? The last 3 lines, it kind of dropped out, the sound.
Hi, hello.
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't hear, sorry.
Oh, the last 3 lines got muted out.
Oh, okay. Bass pumps my heart where the lion roars and shakes the purest melodies. Thank you for your sweet eternity. You quenched my thirst, never making me thirsty, satisfying my soul, keeping Dreddy at the controls.
Hey, thank you, Monica. Metronome Burger, always great to see you and hear you. I see Easter Poetic Desire didn't get back into the room. I don't know what was going on with that. That was crazy. Let them know where to follow you, Monica, and then we're going to listen to GK.
Thank you.
Let's see what's good. GK. Are you there? Jayaram? GK? If not, I see Easter Poetic Desire has arrived, right? Yeah, let's try her again. Asking to unmute Easter Poetic Desire. Wow, I don't know what it is now. It's not working. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. GK Jayaram going once, going twice. Other than that, then we're gonna go to Tanish. Let's see then, Tanish. Tanish, can you join us?
I think so. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, hi. Great to
Hi.
see you.
I know, you too. It's good to see everybody. So I had like 2. One is short and the other one is sort of like shortish. It's different than what I normally share here. It's a little bit more vulnerable. But this one is called Fairy Tale Family. Those moments become that moment when you first quit on yourself, when there were no outlets in use, but all were off limits to children, when electric currents of silent, glorified wrong buzz through the uninsulated walls of a trapped house, save for a light switch, a twitching moral circuit breaker in the limbic system of one limp body, used then forgotten by all who encountered it. There in a tiny room, a child's fierce mind bends, zigzags, traces around icicles of fear, in an Arctic tundra with loyal fangs stubbornly biting, a photograph of a gray-scaled family. And over time, this artist delicately brushes those stagnant images with vibrant royal blues to animate dead shadows, lemon yellows to cover the absence of depth, color. She coats depraved actions with lovely words, injecting innate yet deprived moral senses to make vibrant, imagined myths of a family that will never animate. And all of the varieties of realities of adulthood of this childhood divide you up into parts until you will your dreams to live and you compare. The layered waves of bumps of textures you dare approach within inches to feel with your craving fingers, unimaginable hues that gently but succinctly pry open your thirsty retinas, chatty pages orated stories of everyday people imagined and living and lived. Celestial knowledge that you let soak up into soft, steadfast feet in a squishy marsh in a world flipped opposite but facing proudly in bold neons. They show you simply the prism of pretend you fought so long and so hard to make real. The flat, surveilling, trespassing bovine image of a static world in a landlocked island where sits a girl defenestrated by her imagination, and you learn now to call her survival. I've got one that I read last Thursday, and I'll drop a link to it if anyone wants to hear it. It's called Art, the Higher, Brighter Arc. There is no hierarchy in Sikhism proper, say the 10 gurus, yet age, profession, money earned, a caste of its own shadows the young, the girl, the woman, the artist, respect a reservoir for medicine. But India breathes art, colors of turmeric, cinnamon, cardamom, coriander, spinach and saris, langas, silvars, juriya, jingling on the street, eyelashes painting tuk-tuks, Ganeshas dangling from mirrors, vibrant Tumari traditions, Carnatic cadence, muted by 2 centuries of beige invasion, leaving behind merciless social expectation, cavernous education, worthless wages in their wake. But you still see wealth in beauty, glowing, ornate inspiration to write a colorful poem, sing a marigold song. I pray the streets dance again. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanish. Always lovely to hear you. I was wondering if Deneen is here. If you want to let know everybody how to follow you, and then Deneen will have you close out.
Sure. www.tanishkantos.com.
Yay! Thank you, Tanish. Many blessings to you, Deneen. Join us and
I'm here. How did you see it?
Hi.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hey. I just got back home from shopping with my daughter. That was nice.
Lovely.
Hey, I'm glad you're back on this mainland. Anyway, all I have today was I just keep thinking about all of these politicians and everybody. They keep trying to tell us to wait for everything, to wait for our humanity, to wait for our food, to wait for everything. So this is what I thought the poor might be saying. Let's unite, said the hungry, homeless. Let's not divide, said the poor, sick, homeless. Let's wait. We need time, said the sick, the shelterless, the dead. That's all.
All right.
Because I'm just tired of telling us to wait. I want it now.
That's
not how I raised my daughter.
I know we get breadcrumbs that it's like that crumb love.
Yep.
Terrible. But thank you,
Yep.
Janine, for
I
all
can't wait to meet you and see you in person, all of you.
That's gonna happen. All of that is going to happen. Well, we're gonna end off on that note. We want what we want.
Well, thank you.
Now, thank you, Deneen. We all deserve to live a most abundant and happy life. I'm sending all of you so much love. It's been a pleasure to be with you. I'm exhausted, but my spirit is beaming. Love to all of you. Buenas noches from the Boogie
Buenas
Down.
noches. Gracias.
So, see you next week, my people.